in my sight. Yeah, we in it for life. And I've been magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror, now I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laugh. Hey, how could you lie to my face? People claim that they be loyal, they be taking up space. See my broski lose his heart when he was...
It was a common sight in the 80s and 90s, not quite as frequent since, but it's back. Playoff football in the Bay Area here at Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Carolina Panthers and the San Francisco 49ers. This is fielded at the goal line. And they'll have good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now the man from nearby Stanford, Christian McCaffrey. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd and 9. McCoy finds the open man. It's Mike Williams. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 42.
And the Panther 1st down.
On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. And he'll take it inside the 40 to the 39-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
From the 39, McCoy. It's complete here to T.Y. Hilton. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the 1st down. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
1st down, Panthers.
Ready, 52, Mike, 52. I hope you brought your reps because I'm about to take you to school.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
On 2nd and 9, McCoy. He's going to have the hook up to Gage. Call that a very strong gain of 24. How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's honing in on his targets, and he's delivering.
Yeah, the opening script, however, they drew it up for this first drive, going to plan so far.
Ready? 52, right 52. Come on, dude!
They'll try and run for it with Henry. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. Give him 4 on the carry there. It's 2nd and goal.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
2nd and goal from the 1. On the ground, McCaffrey. And he is in. Touchdown, Carolina. Christian McCaffrey, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Now the try here for the extra point. And this will be good to give the Panthers a 7-0 lead.
Panthers 7, 49ers nothing.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
Hit, 180. Check, check, walk 54, walk 54. Check, 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 check.
A first carry now for Nick Chubb. Tackle made by K'Wan Short.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Hit, 20. 59. All right, T, let's go. All right, T.
They'll run for the first time with Tevin Coleman. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now we've got whistles and a timeout here. Yeah, looks like we've got a 49er that's down on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back.
Regular.
Now a play fake here on first down. Open here, Adam Thielen. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 15 for the Niners there and a first down.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
A good run by Chubb on first down as he'll get about 6 yards there. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
2nd and 4 at the Panthers' 38-yard line.
Six yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
I got you, boy.
Mayfield hands it off to Chubb, and he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. That one, a first down pickup of 8. couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? Five or more yards each time. That's what you're looking for in setting a tone and getting your offensive line going.
Good sign on the opening drive. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. A run for Nick Chubb. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
180!
They'll try to throw here. Mayfield. There's the Washington Husky. It's Dante Pettis. That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. Mayfield to throw it. He's got his tight end, David Njoku. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. 1st and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. Looking for Thielen, but it's intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it. He's at the 50, the 30, 20, 10, and he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down, so let's see what this is about. So they obviously declined that, and it is a touchdown.
They still had the option, but let's face it.
There's no option.
There's no option when you score a touchdown. An easy call for them.
Now the try here for the point after. And it's good to make it 14-0.
Makes the score Panthers 14, 49ers nothing.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously cost them.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right? Good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So the last one, it didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
Mayfield down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Here we go.
Here's Mayfield. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. They'll throw again. Here's Mayfield. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. He'll get a dozen there, and it's a first down, 49ers.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. They run. Chubb. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. Well, you're down early. How do you get back in the game? Maybe establish the run. I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit, and find our way back into this game.
Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense. And here we go. Wide. Get wide.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down. And he gets it down to the 32. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Come on, baby. Let's go.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
First quarter with the score Panthers 14, 49ers nothing.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Hey, we got to get this stop here, D. Real.
Throwing, Mayfield. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. A good pickup there at 22.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really did.
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Dante Pettis, his 4th touchdown on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Robbie Gould on for the extra point. And that one makes it 14-7. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know, we know where we are right now, but the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, get the whole month of December still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
McCaffrey on the counter. Touchdown, Carolina! Christian McCaffrey with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Panthers strike quickly here for 6 points. That's a pretty quick response to that last touchdown drive, and it seemed like they may be giving up momentum, but not so fast.
No, not at all, because they end up pushing the lead up once again, and you're exactly right. Thought momentum might have been shifting. Instead, they grabbed old Mo, Didn't let him get to the opposite sideline.
This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
Let's go.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minutes. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Shaq Thompson on the tackle that time.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 26-yard line.
Good. 180. Check right 54. Right 54. And keep it up.
They'll run it here. This is Deontay Foreman. It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him, so when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Good. 220. Mike 54. I got you. I got you. I got you.
Mayfield on 3rd and 2. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 30. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Panther touchdown. Now the extra point try forthcoming. He knocks it through. It's 28-7.
Next is for Panthers 28, 49ers 7.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is fielded at the goal line.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And fresh off the pick 6, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
It all comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
Deep in there, right? And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11.
One of the selling points of the in route is against the quarterback, a really nice sight line to his receiver, and almost on a direct shot, able to throw the ball into the middle of the field and have a great chance of success as they did on that play.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Mayfield off the play fake. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Brian Burns in there to get him, and that is now sack number 18 on the season for him. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15.
Mike 54. Hey, high 7.
To throw, Mayfield. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Brian Burns in there for the sack, and he's closing in on the all-time record. That's number 19 on the year. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And the pressure gets to him again.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress. This entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Here comes the 49ers punter now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. And what a golden break here. This ball is going to be touchdown, but just outside of the red zone. Out of the pistol, McCaffrey. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. On second down, McCaffrey. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. Well, you talked about the need for them to establish the run early. They've been able to do that here in the first half.
And that means that the whole offense has adopted that attitude and that persona. We're going to take care of this young quarterback. Let's all get together and run it and take the pressure off.
Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8. On the ground, McCaffrey. And down inside the 15 he goes. Give him 10 there, good enough for a Panther first down.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And then the next breath they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up first downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have.
Here we go, D. Hey, it's just me and you.
Now a run with McCaffrey. And here he'll get it down to the 7. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Hey, when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
Here's McCaffrey. And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he takes it into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown. Christian McCaffrey on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. This is becoming quite the half he's had here.
Remember in our pregame meetings, they talked about wanting to run the football and staying with it. Well, when you're scoring this many touchdowns, there's no reason to go away from it, is there? They are off to a fantastic start. They hope it continues.
3 already for him. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Niners take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Right here, right here.
Chubb on the counter. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
Early down stuff will put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
54. Guys, it's game situation. Let's go.
On 3rd down, Mayfield. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half, as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
That's another 49er first down. 1st and 10 at the 30.
Mayfield now hitting on 2/3 of his passes, 10 for 15 so far. 1st and 10. Now Mayfield. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
Well, as this game continues to evolve in the NFL, you know how much coaches love run after catch, but you know what they love even more? Completions.
Yeah, just holding on to the ball.
Catch it, cover it, tuck it away. Whatever you get after that is almost gravy. That's how a lot of these receivers are being taught now.
Now a nice play defensively on 1st down as this is knocked away and incomplete. Coverage there by the former 1st-round pick, William Jackson. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
Hey, watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Check 13. Check 13. Hey, alert 33.
Going to the air again with Mayfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage there by the former 1st-round pick, William Jackson.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Check 59.
Mayfield with it once more. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. Brian Burns, it's his 20th sack of the season as he continues what could be a record-setting campaign. Robbie Gould on now to try the field goal.
A 32-yard attempt.
And Gould is able to put it through. And that drops a deficit from 28 to 25. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on 1st down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
Stop your whining.
So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded at the goal line. And his guys are going to start their drive right at the 20-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Mayfield. This is the tight end, Njoku. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 22 yards there, a first down.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
Hit, 180! Check, watch 54, watch 54.
They'll run on first down. Foreman, and able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
Again, it's Foreman. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. He'll get a dozen there, and it's a first down, 49ers.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. After the run by Foreman, here's 1st and 10. And now Mayfield on the bootleg. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down.
I think you have to chalk that one up for the defense there. Someone right on the spot. Excellent coverage. Didn't leave him enough room to come down inbounds, even though he did catch the football.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41.
Watch the screen. Mike's 54.
Mayfield looks to throw. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. Touchdown, 49ers. Adam Thielen, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the 49ers get a score closer.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded about a yard deep. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
We ain't beginning to tear you up. Don't get nervous.
They start on the ground with McCaffrey. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
You must be getting tired of seeing me.
Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Give him 15 there, and the Panthers have a first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. This is McCaffrey. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
And 7 at the 44-yard line.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. McCaffrey, and for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. Well, from my vantage point, that's just one bad play by the offensive line and a running back who's had a lot of good ones tonight.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean he's not going to be ticked off, nor is the offensive line, because to me it's a lot like a no-hitter, right? Pitcher's throwing a no-hitter, gives up a hit late. You're so close to accomplishing everything you want and don't quite get it done. They'll come back with a vengeance on the next play.
3rd down, here's McCaffrey. And he gets this only to the 44-yard line. Not near enough to keep the drive alive. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
And it's out of bounds. Now we'll see what the side judge says. He says out at the 8-yard line. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
And again, it's Chubb. And strong running there gets this up over the 15-yard line. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming up.
Brings up 3rd and 2.
Set, 180. Right there, 54 Mike. It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he'll lose yardage on this one back to the 13. A 3-yard loss. 4th down now.
But these guys are going to chop into that deficit. They're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
Here comes the 49ers punter now. Standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. And he'll take it on this side of midfield. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the Panthers will take over in terrific field position.
It's our time. It's our time.
They'll run with McCaffrey. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Here's McCoy. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And great special teams work here. This is knocking on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line. So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? But it definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again, so it's not picking up a coat.
And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. It's the Pro Bowler Luke Kuechly that picks it. And they're already in the red zone. The 18-yard line is where they take over.
The 18-yard line.
Set, hut, 2, 15 on it, 15 on it, 52 the mic. Coming this way, here we go, here we go, here we go.
On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. And they'll get him down right around the 16. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times, and what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Henry. And he'll take this one down near the 15. He'll pick up only a yard there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 7.
Back-to-back runs, I'd say that encompassed maximum effort for minimal gain.
Minimal yardage, and now they're going to need something more than minimal on this play coming up. Again, it's Henry. And they'll get him down short of the 1st down, right on the 10-yard line. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll bring up a 4th down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
And his kick is indeed good. And that will stretch the lead up to 3 touchdowns now. It's a 21-point game. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense, because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. Chubb with a 1st down carry as he'll get about 3 out of it. Make it 2nd and 7 coming up. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Hey, let's get that ball, D. Let's get that ball right here.
They run it again with Chubb. And he'll get about 4 across the 30 to the 32.
He's brought down by Shaq Thompson. It's a gain of 4.
1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. The Niners on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. Here it's 3rd and 3. On the carry, it's Chubb. And he's going to be stopped short of a first down as they'll get to him at about the 33. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down. They'll run for it. Chubb. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39. Charles, this one not over, certainly, but you set the magic number earlier in this game at 20 points. Said that they would need to hold them right around that marker under it. What are you seeing here?
Well, that number is still in play because we said, okay, 20 or under gives them a chance to win. Right on pace for being in that range. And guess what? They've got a shot.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down. And he's going to get hit at the line of scrimmage and driven backwards. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. The Niners on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 9.
Run.
They're going to look to throw. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. It's the Pro Bowler Luke Kuechly that picks it. And the return will cost him about a dozen yards or so, but his guys do indeed get the football back.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Now, that turnover might just about do it. Here, 4th quarter, the lead that you've got, they can just run the football, run the clock.
Exactly right. They played smart, a couple of first downs, and this one should just about be over.
Solomon Thomas there on the tackle.
That's it. Big hit.
32-yard line.
Right, 50 right. Watch the screen. Pass.
They'll run it again with Henry. They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The 49ers have an extra defensive back on the field. A nickel set for 3rd down. Now a draw play to McCaffrey. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. It's a 7-yard run, but it does bring up 4th down.
But it's 4th down.
Here's Michael Pilardi now as he's on to punt for Carolina. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, This too shall pass. This too shall pass. And finally, we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up second and a yard at the 50-yard line.
Real. Blue draw Porker.
A run for Nick Chubb. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down. On third down, it's Nick Chubb. And he's got the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 49. 2 yards and able to get the first down in the process.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on third down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. That's complete to his receiver, Pettis. He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
One of the feature points of the end route is being able to make a nice throw to the middle part of the field. And for a quarterback, that's one of the better throws and better looks that he'll get. But he has to be careful not to wait too long and let his receiver wander into some tough territory. If he's late with the ball, he can get his receiver hit and hit hard.
On first down, Foreman. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
At the Panthers' 26-yard line.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Switch up.
2nd and 6. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Keanu Neal. And to the 12. That's where it stops. The return is halted at the 12-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13.
Rush in.
Out of the pistol, McCaffrey. And he'll lose yardage and be down at the 7-yard line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. And he will lose yardage here back to his own 6. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. Here's Michael Pilardi now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Here comes Pettis on the return. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Niners set up well. They take over 1st and 10 on the short side of the field.
Hey, alert 33. Hey, echo. Right there.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee.
Let's go. Mike. 180. I'm coming. I'm coming. I'm coming.
Mayfield now looking to throw on 1st down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. In on the sack, the former Buckeye, Tyquan Lewis. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. They'll set up a throw. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Brian Burns in there for the sack, and that is now 21 for him on the year. Wow, what a season. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
They're not ready for this. They still playing soccer. Y'all playing the wrong.
Mayfield to throw it. And now here is another interception. Picked up by James Bradbury. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out.
I'm coming, I'm coming. Shoot.
And they'll indeed take a knee.
Big stop, G. Big stop. Let's go. Get it.
And they will take a knee here. So this one is over. A victory for Carolina. And this one wasn't easy. You had an East Coast team, Charles, going west, playing a night game, but somehow they were able to get the job done.
Yeah, when you talk about playing a night game, they're closer to being sleepy because of East Coast time with their bodies when you're kicking off to play the game. So that's a real big accomplishment for them to get that done. The flip side, too, is traveling home. In the old days, you had to wait to get the video for your next game. You had all those. So you were really a day behind. Now the video's on their computers as they get on the plane to head back, so they can get a lot of work done on the plane while they celebrate.
It's going to be a long red eye, but as you said, a celebratory red eye back home. So for Carolina, that's now 5 wins on the campaign as they get the job done here. And they'll get a few extra days to savor this one before they take on the New Orleans Saints. Meanwhile, for the Niners, their season is on life support somewhat now at 3-6. And they'll be on the road next week as they get a date with the Seahawks in Seattle. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.
Tell me what you want, what you need, tell me what you wanna give